oh, we're really hungry, should we get takeaway? Oh, yeah, I don't know. We've got Chinese, we've got Indian, oh, pizza, kebab. Oh, I don't know. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to be going over a really important topic and something I feel is very, very, very important for you guys to hear at any stage of your journey. If you are interested in my sort of content, this sort of content, make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. Let's get into the video straight away. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So this is going to be more of a chat today, and I want to talk, to you, and I want you to really listen to what I'm saying today, because I feel personally it's very, very important and it's made a huge difference in my life. And I want to be able to help you guys out, anyone watching, doesn't matter where you are in the world, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter anything, this can help you. Even if you're successful already, I believe this really can help you, this video, because it was just about a conversation I had this morning. So one of the coaches that I have, I was speaking to them this morning and I was telling them about some of the comments that I get on some of the ads I run. So you might have seen some Facebook ads I've been running recently, and one in particular where I was at the ClickFunnels live event in, where was it? Tennessee, somewhere, Nashville, and I was outside a conference. I've just been to this conference, and it was the next day, and I tell the story about what I saw the previous day up on stage, and I'll put a link down below to that actual advert so you can go and see it. So you can click the link and go and see it, and you can watch it, because it talks about how someone was really pressured into making a decision about buying or not buying a $25,000 coaching program. It's a year-long program. And I just talk about what I saw, what I thought about it, and then the next day I actually spoke to the person that got kind of pressured into making this decision, and I spoke to them, and they said, it was my decision. I chose to enroll, even though he didn't have much money. He couldn't actually afford to pay for it, but he just paid on a monthly plan. He was like, I'm going to figure out how to pay for it as we go on. So I spoke to the guy, and he seemed like he was in a good space, right? So I thought, I'll record this video. And I'm getting some comments coming through, and I shared one of them that I received yesterday. I'll put the image up on screen now, and it's this guy, right? He said, so basically you agree with pushing people into purchases, shit ethics, shit way of conducting business. And I showed this to my coach, and we had a little bit of a laugh about it, because a lot of you guys watching will understand, and definitely by the end of this video, I'll understand why sometimes it's a good idea into pushing people not to making a purchase. So this is where this guy Dan, really made a mistake, right? They didn't get the right end of the stick. It's about pushing people into making a decision, right? Pushing people into purchasing things, yeah, that's not cool, right? If they don't have the money, saying you have to buy it, you have to do this, you have to buy it, you have to say yes, then yeah, that's maybe not the best thing to do, like a super hard sales tactic. That's not what I was saying. In the advert, I talk about making a decision, right? Making a decision is different to making a purchase. And this is how we look at it. You want to go and do something, right? You might want to start selling on Amazon, okay? And if you're not selling on Amazon, then this is probably what's happening in your mind, right? You're thinking, oh, shall I do it? I've got these other opportunities that I might go and do. There's some opportunity here. Okay, so I'll need to kind of find a product, and I need to do this. Okay, so these are going to be the problems that I'm going to have. I might get started. Shall I get started? Maybe I'll get started next month, or maybe I shouldn't do it at all, right? And you're going through this huge indecision in your mind, right? Of shall I do it? Shan't I do it? And what happens is that you procrastinate. You have huge procrastination, and you can go months or weeks, months, years with the procrastinating because you haven't made a decision, right? However, there's two really positive outcomes when you start to decide, right? And the word decision comes from a Latin word which means to cut off, right? And what that means is that when you choose one, when you decide one option, you cut off the other option. So if you have the choice of doing one of three things and you choose to do one of them, you cut off the other two, right? You don't do those things. You cut them off as options. So equally, if you want to start up in business, then you currently have three options, right? You have, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to think about it and have indecision and not decide, or I'm going to do it, right? So the middle one is the worst place you want to be. You do not want to be in this place in the middle where you're in indecision, because that's huge procrastination. So you either want to choose not to do something or to do something. Now, a lot of people will think, well, if I choose not to do it, that's negative, that's bad, that means I'm giving up. When that's completely not true. It's actually better that you choose not to do something than you decide about it. You don't decide about it. So if you choose no, then okay, cool, I'm not going to go and do this. I cut off, you know, the other options of thinking about it, where you're procrastinating, and I cut off the option of doing it, which is perfectly fine, perfectly normal. And if that's you right now, and you're thinking, actually, do you know what? No, I'm not going to do this, then make the decision to do it. And just say no and go and look at something else, go and do something else, right? Stop wasting your time on something that you're not going to do. Alternatively, you can be on the side of, yes, I'm going to do this, right? And you can go and do it, which, by the way, cuts off all that indecision and the option of not doing it. So now you've decided to do it, you've jumped in with both feet, and then you can actually start to make progress. But if you don't decide to do it, then again, you're going to be in that indecision phase when you're just not doing anything at all. So the point of that advert, the point of this video here, is to really make you or anyone, you know, you can talk to anyone about this, right? If they have any indecision in their life, or anyone that looks at my ads and goes, wow, like, yeah, I agree with that guy, Dan, right? You need to reset your mind, right? You need to reset your mindset. I think actually it's a good thing. If someone can pressure you into making a decision, that is a very, very good thing, right? And in fact, it's unethical if I believe that making a decision is the best course of action. It's unethical of me not to try and help you make that decision, right? So I go back to this comment, let me open it up again. And I could have, you know, normally I don't respond to comments on ads because, you know, whatever. And I said, I agree with giving people a push when they need it so they can improve their life. Yeah, of course I do. Nothing unethical about that at all. As I say in the video, if you don't need it, then you wouldn't listen or you wouldn't buy, and you would already have the desired result. And what I go to in the video, what I actually go on to at the end is saying, look, if you didn't need the push to make a decision, right? So if you were already doing it or you already weren't doing it, you wouldn't need that person trying to push you into doing it. Does that make sense? If you already had the outcome, either you've chosen not to do something or chosen to do something, you wouldn't need the push because you've already made the decision. And that's really what happened up on stage with this guy, right? He was being pushed into making a decision. And I remember he was up on stage and it was this guy, Jared White, right? So Warrior something or other. He has this training programs. And the guy said, you know, I haven't got $25,000 right now. Yeah, can I have can you give me $25,000? And Jared was like, no, what are you talking about? That's not a decision, right? That's you making excuses and having indecision. It's either yes or no. There is no other options. Yes or no. Stop deciding and giving yourself excuses as to why you can't do something and just make a decision. If the decision is no, then that's fine. Own that decision and move on and do something else and stop wasting your own time. If the decision is yes, then grasp hold of it and just take action right now. But you have to make the decision. And it went over like a few minutes, so 5 or 10 minutes of these kind of issues coming up of him saying, well, there's this happening, or there's this is the reason why I haven't got started. And he's like, well, that's not a decision. That's an excuse, that's an indecision. You need to make a decision. So this video today, and I wanted to make this video because when I was speaking with my coach earlier, he gave an example of exactly the same thing where he was able to help someone that had incredible results because he not forced them, but pushed them into making a decision. You can't force someone to make a decision, right? You can't force someone to buy something or not buy something, but you can help someone make a decision, right? And they had incredible results since then. And the reason I'm so passionate, for example, with my training is that 2 days ago, I ordered a batch of 100K Club Awards, right? £100,000. And I ordered a batch of them, not just one, a batch of them for my students that have made over £100,000 on Amazon, right? That's wicked, that's life-changing, that's completely life-changing amounts of money, and those people's lives have been completely changed because they made a decision to do something. If I help someone make a decision, either saying, yes, I'm gonna do it, or no, I'm not gonna do it, I feel that I've done the right thing, right? So this video today is to really pull attention to this and think about it for yourself. Are you in a place of indecision, or are you like jumping in full feet, both feet first? Or are you saying, no, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna go the other way, I'm gonna find something else I like, okay? Please, 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 choose one of the two. Choose the either yes or the no, but do not sit there procrastinating, thinking about something, because you're just gonna be wasting your own time. And importantly, you're gonna be wasting earned income, potential earned income. So if you were to start now, you're gonna make more money than if you were to start in a year's time, right? I had this problem when I first found out about FBA and stuff like that. It was a year after that I actually took action, a whole year. Imagine if I started when I first found out about it, it'd be a completely different story. Same with business in general. I procrastinated for ages and ages and ages. But all I needed to do was take action and make a decision to either choose one option and cut off the other options. So please guys, please, 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 if you watch my videos on a daily basis or whenever I upload them, then make a decision, right? I want to help you make a decision in your life, and I don't care what that decision is. I don't care if you choose no or you choose yes, that you're going to start up a business, right? I don't care if it's I'm going to go to the shops, yes or no. I'm going to get a personal trainer and get in the best shape of my life, yes or no. But don't just think about it, right? Don't think about it. It doesn't matter what you're doing in your life, doesn't matter how you apply this, it's going to help you, right? Being an action taker and a decision maker is something that's really important and a key skill you need to have, so that when someone comes to you with options, you don't think about it like if someone comes to you and goes, oh, we're really hungry, should we get takeaway? And you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Oh, we've got Chinese, we've got Indian, oh, pizza, kebab, oh, I don't know. And you spend half an hour or an hour thinking about what you're gonna have. Well, you could have been eating by then, right? You could have been eating and it would have been really nice. And ultimately all the options are good options, right? Choosing not to do something is as good an option as choosing to do it, but you have to make the decision, right? You have to make the decision. So guys, I want you to let me know, right? What's the decision? What's the decision right now that you're struggling with, right? It doesn't have to be business related, it could be anything related. What is the decision that you're really struggling with? And write it down in the comments, right? And if you can, right, really push yourself, make a choice right now if you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. And again, just not doing something is not failing, it's not admitting that you're wrong or anything like that. It's actually a good thing. It's a really good thing to be able to not choose something or not do something, because you cut off the option of doing it, but importantly, you cut off that huge area of procrastination and indecision. So do that now, right? Have a think about it and be honest with yourself. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you do smash the thumbs up button so I understand that you guys like this sort of stuff. And of course, leave a comment down below with what you thought. Make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.